The guy was on shrooms in the front row.
Yes.
The comedian, this guy is he's a funny guy and he's animated, and the guy just gets up and he goes, "Oh, save it for somebody else." What is all this depressing shit? It wasn't a depressing bit at all.
It wasn't at all. He was talking about like daffodils.
It was like very normal. And the guy literally like gets up. Again, this is a 30-seat show. He gets up and walks like past the guy on the quote stage, which is just more grass with like fucking blue painter's tape around it. And then he's just like yelling. He's like, "Cheer up, man. I'm on a fucking bad shroom trip right now." Meanwhile, his friend who's also on shrooms is sitting in the chair, doesn't go with him, which I applaud. If you're on shrooms, I'm not moving.
Yeah.
Right? And the guy gets up. Everybody starts booing him. I was like, that's even a worse trip. You went from watching and laughing at jokes to getting booed by 30 strangers. And how are you not shitting your pants?
I also wonder what he was like, what he saw, because when he was looking at the comic, he didn't see a comic. Do you know what I mean?
No.
He saw like a fucking Olive Garden breadstick yelling at him about how much his dad hates him. That's why he stood up and was like, "That's unfunny."
Right, no, I think he was probably freaked the fuck out. Like that takes a lot to be in a drug state and be like, "I need to get out of here." Because usually you're just like, fuck. But like to recognize you're in that deep of a state, that's some next level shit.
But you know what's the funniest? I'm sorry to cut you off. You know what's the best part about that whole thing? One, you ruined the show, so fuck this guy. But the best part about this is, he's in a seat. He's seeing like a walking breadstick talking about Gavin Newsom's face. He freaks out, stands up. So he's already in like an elevated, like, oh my God, a drug state, freak out state. And then he gets out, says his words, and then everyone starts booing him. Can you imagine?
That's what I'm saying. This is so much worse.
Fucking imagine. Like, what was he seeing? Was he seeing a bunch of like Captain
Well, the thing
Crunch
is, he never came back. He just like, they closed the gate on him and then he was just off. But the friend was still there. Now he's kicked out of a venue by himself on shrooms, and not the greatest part of Los Angeles.
No. I saw him a little bit. He had his mask back on, and he was sort of like meandering outside the gates.
Oh, yeah.
Because what are you going to do?
Oh, he's probably running a treadmill in like fucking hell right now in his head. Like, I don't know. Like, what do you think he's doing?
I've never done shrooms. I have no idea what it does for you.
Well, it depends if you have a good trip or a bad trip.
I want to do them.
I think that's like one that everybody's like, you gotta do it once.
Everyone says that.
You gotta do it once. Just like going to Hawaii. You gotta do it once. Speaking of mushrooms, I saw the worst shirt I've ever seen in the world yesterday at Erewhon in Venice, California.
Erewhon's a really nice.
Erewhon it's like it shits on Whole Foods. Like it is like it doesn't even make sense. But there's a guy behind me in line and he had a shirt that said mushrooms are the new kale. Or no, it said shrooms are the new kale. And then on his face, he had a face mask with mushrooms on it.
I'm speechless. I don't like this guy. If he's not invested in mushrooms, then it's over. Like, how do you love mushrooms? First of all, I love mushrooms. I'll be the first one to say that. But I'm not wearing a fucking mushroom shirt.
Are you a little portobello bitch?
You ever put portobelloms in a air fryer?
No.